Okay, so sometimes when we're drawing, I'll just give a relative number or size for the things that we're placing on the screen. And other times you'll need to be precise as to the dimensions of the shape that you're drawing. So I want to go through how you can control that with the pencil tool and with the rectangle tool, for instance. So here I am with the pencil tool. And if I'm going to do this in ISO and in top view. I'm going to go to that origin point. I'm going to click, and as I drag it out, if I look down in my numbers box down the lower right-hand corner, it's telling me the length of that line. So without clicking again, I can enter in a numeric. So apostrophe is for foot and quotation marks for inches. So if I drag it out, now I'm not dragging, I clicked and then I moved the pin out. Before I click again, if I type in 5 apostrophe enter, then I've just made a line that's, let's do it again. Let's drag it out. 5 apostrophe enter. I've just made a line that's 5 feet. Let's do it again, make sure I got that right. So I'm going to grab that pencil tool. I'm going to click. I'm going to move outwards, type 5, type apostrophe, hit enter, and I've just made a line that's exactly 5 feet. I'm going to go over to the right, and before I click, I'll enter in another numeric. Let's say I want it to be 7 feet in that direction. I type 7 apostrophe enter, and I've now made a line that's, let's try it again, 7 apostrophe enter, there we go. And I've now made a line that's exactly 7 feet. And then I'm just going to come down to the red axis, click here, and then come over again and click here. And I've made a box that's 5 by 7 feet. Now, I can do this also when I'm using the push-pull tool, for instance, where I grab that push-pull tool and I click on that distance and I type in 5 apostrophe enter, start to drag it up and then type 5 apostrophe enter, and it's going to make that exactly 5 feet. Okay, so you have to enter it. You have to start the activity, and you click, start to drag, or click and move. You don't really drag, click and move. But before you click again, you enter in the numeric. Now, I can also make something with inches as well as feet. So same thing. I can also do it in top view, for instance. So I'm going to click and I'm going to drag upwards, and I'm going to make this 5 feet, 5 apostrophe, and then 5 inches. I'll type in 5 and hit the quotation marks and hit enter. And there I've gone up 5 feet. So we went off into an odd space. Let's set it back to camera, standard views, ISO. Let's do it again. And I'm going to grab that pencil tool. I'm going to click. I'm going to drag out. I'm going to type 5 apostrophe 5 quotation mark enter. So that's 5 feet 5 inches. I'll go over and I will to the right, for instance, and I'll type 7 apostrophe for 7 feet, and then I'll make it 5 inches. 5 quotation marks enter, and I've made a box that's 5 feet by 5 feet by 7 feet by 5 feet 5 inches by 7 feet 5 inches. And I'll just come and find the parallel to that, click and then click again. And so I've made a box that's exactly those dimensions. And then as I push pull upwards, I click, start to pull, then I can enter in, let's say I want this to be 5 feet, 5 apostrophe and 5 inches, 5 quotation marks, enter. And now I have a box that's 5 feet 5 inches by 7 feet 5 inches. That's 5 inches, 5 feet 5 inches tall. Okay, so that's how I can measure the exact dimensions of shapes when I'm drawing. Okay, let's do another one. I'm going to select this and delete it. I'm going to go to camera, standard views, and set it to ISO, so we're oriented. I'm going to grab my rectangle tool. I can do the same thing with the rectangle tool. So I'm going to start from that origin point, and then I'm just going to drag outwards. So before I click again, I'm going to give the dimensions for the width and height. So let's say I want it to be 5 feet, 5 apostrophe by 5 feet, 5 apostrophe, enter, and there you go. That doesn't look like 5 by 5 feet. Let's try it again. Click with the rectangle tool, click and drag out, and then we're going to enter 5 apostrophe, comma by 5 apostrophe, enter. There we go. So now we have to put a comma in there between the two. And then I'll grab my push-pull tool, start to pull it up. And let's say that we want it to be 5 feet, 5 inches up, 5 apostrophe, 5 quotation mark, enter. And so now I've got a box that's 5 foot by 5 inches. That's 5 foot by 5 inches tall. Okay. So that's how you enter in the numerics for the shapes that you're creating. Let's stop here.